A few years ago, when I first started publishing books on Amazon KDP, I thought creating interiors from scratch was the only way to go. Hours spent learning design tools, endless tweaking, and honestly, most of the time it felt like I was just going in circles. Fast forward to now, I can create a fully unique professional looking book in under an hour without using complicated design software and without starting from a blank page. You might have clicked this video thinking I was going to show you Canva's own templates, but here's the thing, we're not going to be doing that. Instead, I'm going to show you something much better, a completely overlooked source of Canva editable templates that you can customize in minutes and then sell them as your own books on Amazon KDP. By the end of this video, you're going to see exactly where to find them and how to make them unique and how I use them to publish books that sell over and over again, all without burning hours on design work. And to really show you the power of this method, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that I use so you can apply them to create your own profitable KDP book. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, before we get onto these Canva templates, I want to show you an example of a book that you might see on Amazon KDP that's doing very well. You want to try to make a book just like it, but you might get discouraged because it might seem too complicated. But I'm here to tell you that more often than not, there's going to be a Canva template that you can actually use to create this type of book. So the first thing that I see, #1 bestseller right here, which means that this book sells a ton of copies every single month. Now, if we look at the features of the book right here, we can see all of these sections within the book. Now, these sections correspond to basically different templates of the book. You can see bill payments, due date, amount due, amount paid, unpaid balance, and so on and so forth. And you might be thinking that it's going to be a little bit complicated making this type of book because, well, look at the interiors. Now, keep in mind, all of the colored text is where a customer will actually fill in this book. But as we can see, summary of the year, my yearly financial goals, and then some more interiors. This one is going to be income and expenses. This one is for bill payments, and then debt payment tracker, other bills and expenses. There's actually quite a few templates here, but that's what makes this book so exciting, is because it's a little bit more complicated, which means that people aren't going to really want to copy this book because they're going to think that there's a little bit too much work here to want to actually complete this book. But if we check out this graph from Self-Publishing Titans, we go all time. We can see that this is where it was published right here around April 2024. And it didn't sell for a couple days, but as the days went on, you can see the book started to gain some reviews, and as the reviews went up, you can see the ranking actually go down even more, and it's just kind of stayed in this ranking for a long time. So this is an evergreen type book because it's going to sell year round without any kind of seasonal ups and downs. This is the type of book that you actually do want to create. Now, if we go to the product details right here, we can see a print length of 128 pages, so not actually that much over a standard type of book, which is about 100 pages. We see the bestsellers rank of 1,928 and actually #1 in the financial auditing category, #2 overall in bookkeeping, and #7 in wealth management. Now, if we take that bestsellers rank and plug it into this book sales calculator, the estimated book sales turn out to be 91 per day, which is nearly 3,000 books sold per month. So what I like to do is grab a calculator and just type in that number 2730. We're going to multiply that by the number that we get here on Kindle Direct Publishing's royalty calculator. I filled in all of the details here, 8 by 10 inches. It's black and white interior with white paper. Amazon.com marketplace, which is where most of your sales will happen, page count of 129, and the list price of $9.99. We submit that, and on the Amazon.com marketplace, we can see an estimated royalty right here of $2.80. So if we go ahead and grab the calculator and multiply the 2,730 books per month by the $2.80 per book, that's going to be nearly $8,000 per month coming from this monthly bill payment checklist notebook. Now, if we actually take a look at this niche, we're going to see it's actually a very lucrative niche. Titans Quick View gives it a niche score of 79. When I click on the Titans Pro analysis, we can see demand is 5. This is out of 9. And they have the opportunity score 8 out of 9. So everything here with Titans Quick View looks good. But when we actually do our own analysis, we're going to see total results 399, which means that this niche is not that competitive, because typically what I like to look for are search results of about 1,000 or less, which basically means that you're gonna have an easier chance at getting your book ranked here on the first page of Amazon. And so when you only have to compete with 399 other books, your chances of getting on the first 1 or 2 pages of Amazon skyrocket. Another thing that I like to look at is this average bestsellers rank. We can see on a whole on the first page, an average bestsellers rank of 354,000, which means that these books consistently sell every day. Now, when we actually look at the books, we have another book right here, a bestseller ranked at 1,807. We have a book right here, 350,000. And then obviously the book that we're looking at right here, which is ranked at 1,928. But we just keep scrolling down. We're gonna see a lot more examples of books selling very well. Look at this one right here, 10,000 bestsellers rank. Let's go down a little bit more. We have another book right here, 121,000, and the book right next to it, 69,000. Now keep in mind, these types of books customers really need. They don't really care what it looks like as long as it can track the information that they need to keep track of. Here's another one right here, ranked at 32,000. And let's just go all the way to the end of the first page and see other books here, 146,000, 137,000, 148,000. Just throughout the first page, there's a lot of depth here with this niche. Now on Canva, if I do a search for bill payment tracker, we're gonna see all of these templates here that we could possibly use for this type of book. Now there's different types here, debt planner, bill tracker. There's actually quite a few that we could choose from, but the issue with these types of templates is that most of the time they're one-off templates, and it actually makes it harder because you're gonna have to find different interiors here or different templates that the design and the style might not match up with the other pages. Okay, so as you can see, Canva has some options, but honestly it's quite limited in what we're trying to accomplish. And this is exactly why I love using Creative Fabrica. They've got ready to go professionally designed templates that you can actually edit in Canva. And then they're tailored for niches just like the one we're looking at. This means you don't have to start from scratch or spend hours trying to design something decent. You can literally grab a template, tweak it to your style, and have a beautiful published ready book in a fraction of the time. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Now, if I hover over images here and I go down here where it says KDP interiors, click on that, you can see 180,000 results for KDP interiors. And if I do a simple search for bill payment and I add that word Canva in here, and then I filter it by KDP interiors, we can see 72 results found. And the majority of these obviously are Canva editable. Not just Canva templates within Canva, but these are interiors that people actually made specifically for KDP books that you can edit in Canva. If we take a look at this one's titled 2026 Bills Planner, Canva KDP interiors, but obviously you can change this around to whatever year you're gonna be building this for because it is fully customizable. As you can see, here are all the interiors, here are some more, and even some more. If we scroll down here, the specifications, we can see all the templates that go into this interior: yearly financial goals, credit card account list, bills tracker, debt worksheet, debts log, budget planner, bills reminders. There's so many templates here that you can use, that you can customize this book any way that you want to create 100% original KDP book. So if we go ahead and download this, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do to modify this interior. Now with that download file, you're going to see a couple options here: the JPG file, PDF file, and the PNG files. But really the one that we want is this Canva link right here. So if we double click this, now I actually had to convert this RTF file into a PDF or something else that I could open. But once you do that, you can go ahead and get this link. Go ahead and copy this and then paste it into your browser, and you're gonna get this template that you can go ahead and view in Canva. Click that button right there. Go ahead and log into Canva. If you don't have a Canva account, you can go ahead and create a free one. I'll put a link to Canva down below. And you're gonna get this interior. So if we look through this, you can see here's the book belongs to page, a 2026 calendar, 2026 name of holiday. And let's go through more of these interiors until we get to here. Annual financial overview, credit card account list, January, February, more months. Let's go past that. Expenses tracker, just a lot of templates here. And this is really all you need to get started, because these interiors are already fully done. Now all you need to do is just modify these so they're original. And so what is one way that you can do that? Well, you can start by removing all of these colors, because, well, for a KDP book, you're going to want to print in black and white. So we want to remove these colors right here, these pink colors. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and click on it. Go to here, the color. All you have to do is pick any color that you want. I suggest using a grayscale color, anything from black to white. And then just on the bottom here, you can hit change all. And as you can see, it changed all of those colors to a grayscale color. Now let's go all the way up here. Now for this page right here, you can go ahead and design it a different way. I like to just keep it clean, so I'm going to delete all of these elements, even this one, and I'm going to put this actually right here in the middle. And one of the easiest ways to do this is to actually just choose a different font. So if you find something else like this one, I'm going to go ahead and use this font right here, and instead of 2026, I'm just going to do Bill's Planner. Go over here, close the line spacing, or maybe I'll just keep it like that, and then just put it right in the middle right here. Now we can go to elements and look for something that fits this. So once we go to graphics, we can go ahead and I'll just choose this one right here. We can go and change the color here, and then go ahead and do this. Or what we could do is we could make this the full size, and we could just put the transparency down like that. Grab the Bill's Planner. Now change the background color to white, and let's put the gradient down a little bit more to maybe 10. There you go. Now the next page, this book belongs to page, I want to do the same thing. Every font right here, I want to change into League Spartan there, and then down here, change all. So once you do that, it changes all of those fonts that you selected that's using the same type into the new font that you want to use. And all you have to do is just fix it so it looks good. Now this book belongs to. One of the other things that I like to do is if you have a border here, like a box, you can go ahead and click it, and you can go here to stroke style. You can increase the stroke. So for me, I'll put it to 5. And then you can also change the color on the inside to like a grayscale color. For me, I'm gonna keep it white, and then I'm gonna go ahead and center this more like this. And then there we go. This one looks a little bit different than the one that I downloaded. Now, since we did mess with the fonts, obviously you can see some of it changed right here. We have to go ahead and fix that. There you go. Now, one technique I like to use for my book is I like to grab these shapes right here, put it up top here, drag it out, and then change this color into white, and then just color this black. And as you can see, it looks a little bit different, right? Now, the other thing that you can do is same thing with these borders. You can go ahead and change the stroke of these. So for me, I want it a little bit thicker. So maybe 3. There you go. Make this 3. Now, when you get to a template like this, you can see it's all messed up. So we have to go ahead and fix that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and delete this goals right here. And I kind of just wanna make it one line like this, yearly financial. Let's go ahead and move this to the bottom here. And then I wanna change these fonts right here. Then I want to change all the colors of these fonts to something a little bit brighter like that. And then once again, we have to go ahead and fix everything so it fits into these boxes. And then what you can also do is if you want to change placements around, you can go ahead and do that. As you can see, you can move things around. You can delete things if you want. You can go ahead and do that. There's just a lot of ways you can modify these interiors. And it's going to be the same process for every template here. You want to go ahead and keep a distinct style. It does take a little bit of time, but once you start to get the hang of it, it's actually not that hard. It can be quite enjoyable. And the other thing that you can do is if you look here to the list view, you can go ahead and customize these pages and the layout. So for example, if you want more expense trackers, you can go ahead and duplicate the page just like that. Keep duplicating it, and then you can actually build it however you want. You want to put it right behind the debt worksheet, you can go and do that. If you want more utility bills log, you can do that. If you want to build it into a monthly type of setup, you can go ahead and do that. But really, there's so many ways to go ahead and customize this. And this is exactly what I do. This is the fastest and easiest way to create this type of book that seems complicated, but it's actually not as complicated as we think. All right, so now you've seen how to take these Canva editable templates and turn them into unique books you can publish on Amazon KDP without spending days designing. But here's the truth, we've only scratched the surface. If you want to see my full step-by-step system for publishing books that sell consistently, including how I choose profitable niches, upload my books, and get them in front of buyers, grab my free KDP royalty roadmap. It's linked in the description down below. If this video helped you see what's possible, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.